Satoru Hosonaga. I'm a waiter at La Cuentos, a restaurant serving Western cuisine. Cough, cough. Oh god. You appear to be bleeding. Are you okay? There's blood dripping out of your mouth. Ah, that's why the towel's there. Wonderful. This is completely normal. I'm perfectly fine. Yes, I just happen to cough up blood every now and again. I'm not too sure about that. A few years ago, the southeastern corner of the capital was opened to foreign settlements. Now it's become a fashionable area, lined with hotels catering to visitors from abroad. The crime occurred 3 days ago in that area, at a restaurant specialising in Western cuisine. That is a shaker. It certainly looks like one. Either that or it's... I don't fucking know what else it could be. It's something that would hold a drink. But yeah, it looks more so like a cocktail shaker. Witness, please share everything you know with the court. As you wish. Try not to interrupt this man's testimony, amateur attorney. I'm warning you. Yes, sir. I never even called myself an attorney. It was just after 2 PM that day. We normally have few patrons at that hour. After the lunch rush, only 3 groups of customers remained. Come to think of it, he's right. There weren't many customers at the time. There was us, the doctor, and then the two men. Like the old man that has the long face. It showed them in the cutscene. I was in the kitchen putting away the dishes when suddenly... kaboom! Gunshot. A gunshot rang out from the dining area. When I ran out in a panic, I saw it. I saw the British gentleman, the victim, slumped over in his chair. Standing next to him was the defendant, holding a pistol. Wait, please wait a second. Yes, I picked up the gun when I noticed it on the ground. But I swear I didn't fire it. Well, so much for not interrupting him. Love that noise. So, save your breath, I've already warned you once. We are here to listen to the witness's testimony, not your outbursts, you amateur. But... no buts. The next time you interrupt, be prepared to suffer a penalty. Naruhodo, you'll get your chance to strike back eventually. Just wait. For now, listen to what this man has to say. Witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm. You saw the accused standing next to the victim with a pistol in hand, correct? Certainly, that is correct. I see. And apart from the accused, no one else was near the victim? Certainly not. Apart from the deceased British gentleman and the defendant, no one else was present. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? No one else was present near the victim. What's the matter, Naruhodo? That's not how I remember it. When I walked over to introduce myself to Dr. Watson... Look at that chin! There was a woman sitting in the chair across from him. What? There's no way the waiter missed that. They keep telling me not to interrupt, but can I really just stand and watch this? Oh god. Interrupt him anyway. Yeah, I should. Hi! Give me just a moment to defend myself. Dr. Watson wasn't sitting alone at the time. I'm certain that there was a woman dining with him. My, what a troublemaker. This attorney will stop at nothing to interfere with the trial. He's little more than a fraud. I'm not even sure that we can reasonably call the accused an attorney. I mean, to be fair, we aren't. We're a student. But... Witness, are you sure that your memory isn't flawed? I certainly am. The British gentleman came to the restaurant by himself that day. But that's impossible. I made sure to sketch the seating arrangements of our patrons on this right here. I implore you to check for yourself. Entrance kitchen. Wait, what the hell's that say on the other side? Okay, I cannot read it. No idea. This appears to be a sketch of the crime scene. Since it was an emergency situation, I resorted to using the back of my business card. Okay. As you can see, this shows that the victim was alone at the time in question. You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. Truly, you are an admirable young waiter. You flatter me, Your Honour. I request that you present that sketch to the court as evidence for the trial. Oh, well... Oh. Is something wrong? Go on, hand it over. Ah, certainly. As you wish. That's odd. He was pretty calm up until now. Oh god. He's right. The waiter does seem to look a bit flustered. No, I think he's dying. You just get to hear him having a coughing fit. Head waiter's card, a sketch of the crime scene is drawn on the back. My goodness. And so... that summarises what happened during the incident. When the gunshot rang out from the dining room, the only person near the victim was the accused. Why, I'd say we'll be wrapping up this trial early today. Uh-oh. Oh, pardon me. Defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yes, Your Honour. If you plead guilty now, the court is willing to recognise your plea as a mitigating factor. He means that your punishment may be reduced. Be aware that this witness was only here to provide a summary of the incident. But if you insist on prolonging this trial, then the prosecution will gladly summon a decisive witness to the stand. Oh, bring it on! Hey, Isugi, what should I do? Is he gonna ask, well, did you do it? What are you talking about? Well, it sounds like I'm going to be declared guilty sooner or later. So I think it might be best if I just plead guilty right now. I mean, everyone's been talking about how special this trial is, right? You, Professor Mikotaba, heck, even the judge and the prosecutor. If the trial keeps going on like this, I'm scared of how it might end. As I said before the trial, I believe in you, Naruhodo. And now, in spite of that, you intend to betray my good faith? Huh? If the defendant is truly innocent, it's the defense attorney's duty to use any means necessary to prove it so. You have a duty to defend yourself. Are you going to abandon your duty? Even worse, you'll give up the battle when it's only just begun. Ooh. Oh damn. The defense will continue to fight for an innocent verdict until the very end. The prosecution needs to stop stalling for time and just move on with the trial. Go ahead, call this so-called decisive witness to the stand. Woohoo! Very well. Prosecutor Ouchie, continue as you were. Oh, how young and foolish you both are to not know your place in this court. They may call me a saint, but I am prepared to become a demon. Yeah, okay. He's a pain, it's fine. Before long, I shall have your impudent little mouths sealed permanently. The prosecution will now call 2 witnesses to the stand. Now, bailiff, bring in the prosecutor's witnesses. Oh, it's 2 of them. I don't know how many witnesses you can question at any one time. It's quite cool how it works, though. Witnesses, please state your names and occupations to the court. Yes, I'm a proud soldier of the Empire, Sergeant Taizu Uzukamaru, I think. Sir. Uzukamaru. Pretty sure. This one is but a humble peddler of time. An antiquary, one who brings to the Imperial capital the essence of curios from bygone eras. Owner of the Hall of Discard Emporium, on the corner of the capital's second block. Sanmon Sono Higurashi is my name. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an odd combination. These two were also in the restaurant on the day of the incident, Your Honor. Sitting at the same table, too. So this is the third group of customers that the waiter was referring to earlier. This one spends a brief time each afternoon enjoying the aromatic coffee at La Cuentos. Oftentimes, this one also converses with connoisseurs interested in my treasures. I have no idea what he's talking about. The odd man owns an antique shop and appears to be a regular at La Cuentos. And the soldier? He tries to sell his antiques to any customers who look like they would be interested. Many affluent socialites dine at that high-class Western establishment, after all. Oh, I see. But if I'm being honest, that soldier over there doesn't seem affluent enough to be buying much of anything. So the two of you witnessed the very moment of this heinous crime unfolded. Is that correct? So, yes, sir. Oh, the insolence is such an atrocity. No detail evaded this soldier's watchful eyes. Indeed, without a doubt. What was that? That juvenile, clad in somber black, fired the lethal round. Nope. I don't understand this guy either. What was that noise? But putting that aside, I think I heard a strange sound just now. Yeah, I did. I see. These two are the so-called decisive witnesses. That soldier said he witnessed the very moment you shot the victim. Hmm? So, are you having fun yet? Honestly, I'm not. Now, let us hear your testimony. Tell the court the truth of what you witnessed during the incident. As you wish. Sergeant Taizo Uzukamaru reporting for duty. Somebody heard a noise. A baby? Why would there be a baby? Alas, this one does not wish to recall the deplorable events of that afternoon. Instead, he just wants to keep looking at this jar. He's got the shakes. He's got a really weird-shaped head. Look at it! What we witnessed. I was at the restaurant, chatting with the old man as I ate my beefsteak. This one was boasting of a beautiful treasure enveloped in golden gleam. And then... the flash of a gunshot. That moment was burned into my eyes. That black-clad student shot the British man. A sudden cowardly shot from behind. Ah! Meanwhile, this one crawled to the floor in search of a treasure gone missing. Shot from behind, eh? That means... Sergeant, you must have witnessed the crime in its entirety. Everything from when the accused took the pistol to when he shot the victim. Indeed. The despicable culprit was that delinquent of a student over there. Imagine the wretched boy who would shoot an Englishman at such a sensitive juncture. Wait, that's not true. I didn't shoot anyone. You sure about that, Naruhodo? All I did was pick up a pistol from the floor. After introducing myself to Dr. Watson, I went back to my table to finish my coffee. Then I decided to go home. As I made my way to the door, I saw a British-made pistol on the ground, next to where the doctor was sitting. Ooh! I thought that he might have accidentally dropped it, so I picked it up. But just as I was about to hand it to him, there was a gunshot. If that's really what happened, then the true culprit is still at large. And a clue to their identity rests within this testimony. Really? Quickly, Naruhodo. Assert your right to conduct a cross-examination. Cross-examination? There's no time to waste. Now then, As you just heard, Your Honour, this testimony has conclusively proven the accused's guilt. It's also proved a contradiction. The time has come to pass judgment on this despicable university student. Indeed, there is no longer any room for doubt. Well then, the court hereby concludes that, yeah, interruption. Like how I say something and then put my hand up. What was that? What is this unbearable awkward silence? No. The defense demands the right to conduct that cross-examination thing. Oh dear. What are you, a puppet? Are these your words or those of the man next to you? He got me. The prosecution objects. This is clearly a ploy to waste everyone's time. One cannot expect such an inexperienced attorney to conduct a cross-examination. Regardless, the defense has every right to make such a demand. His experience, or lack thereof, matters not. Yeah, bitch. Isugi, that was amazing! Very well. I hereby grant the defense's request to conduct a cross-examination. Excellent. Now the real battle begins. But I have no idea what to do in a cross-examination. It's simple. Expose the lies in their testimony. Uh-huh. You didn't fire that pistol. Therefore, someone must be lying. That makes sense. The key to the truth rests within the evidence. The evidence? Of course! To expose their lies, you must strike them with a decisive piece of evidence. Anyway, just try your best, Ace Attorney. Yeah, the first time he slaps the desk is great. Actually, the first few times he does it, it just sounds like he's slapping something. It's not quite the, it doesn't quite have the oomph that we're so, used to. Got it. Guess I have no choice but to go for it. Hey, Ratchet. It's Ace Attorney. It's an incredible series. Although this is one that never made it to the West. This is a fan translation. But it's good. What we witnessed. Wait, is it going to give me a tutorial or not? Oh, alright, we're going through the testimony first. I was at the restaurant chatting with the old man as I ate my beefsteak. This one was boasting of a beautiful treasure enveloped in a golden gleam. I don't think, unless... Oh no, maybe I can. Wait, I maybe can. It's because they didn't light up. Let's see. Oh, I can press. Alright, never mind. I thought I couldn't for some reason. What do you want? Hurry up and speak. I have no idea what to ask. Just ask about anything that caught your interest. Okay. In that case, how was the beefsteak? Oh my god. What kind of dish is this beefsteak? Whoa. It is an exquisite cut of veal grilled to perfection on an iron plate. I see. It is the second most delicious dish in Western cuisine, after cutlets, of course. Right, now I understand. Let's move on to the next question. What is a cutlet? Oh my god. What kind of dish is this cutlets? Sir, whoa. It is also an exquisite cut of veal, but coated in flour and gently fried in oil. After you accept your guilt, repent in jail and return to society, make that your first meal. I see, that makes sense. Hey, you should probably ask about something more relevant to the case. Yeah, got it. Let me try that again. Alright, one more question. Why does he keep raising his hand? Oh. What is that wah sound I keep hearing? So, we've learned that the sergeant is a big fan of big cutlets. Great work, detective. Who knew that asking questions could be so hard? Oh my god. Alright, so there... I mean, just pressing them is just... it's fun for this first part because, as you can tell, Ryunosuke has no idea what to do. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. Why, a koban? Koban? One of those ancient gold coins. The previous day, that precious relic of the... is it Hui? Ahoy? Whatever, era came into my possession. Before entering the restaurant, this one concealed it in my breast pocket. This one brought it in hopes of encountering a connoisseur who would see its value. In other words, you were trying to sell this koban. I assume you offered it to the sergeant who you met at the restaurant. Oh please, it's obvious what you're hinting at. What? You're insinuating that a poor soldier like him could never afford that koban. Isn't that right? Listen here, boy. You're already being tried for murder. Now you wish to add blasphemy against the Imperial Army to your sins? God, he likes to make a bunch of noise. No, 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 that's not what I meant. Though he doesn't exactly seem rich. Anyway, it was long past time for lunch. The only patron who appeared interested in what this one had to say was this man right here, who was wrestling with a piece of grilled meat. Huh. Okay. So then the flash of a gunshot. That moment was burned into my eyes. Are you saying that you saw me? Exactly, it was you. It was definitely you. You aimed your pistol at the British gentleman with a sinister grin on your face. What? I did no such thing. I just... If I may interject, there's something I wish to confirm. What is it, youngster? In your testimony just now, it sounds like you turned toward the victim's table after you heard the gunshot. Is there a problem with that? If that's the case, it means you didn't see the culprit pull the trigger at all. And also... I could sense it. Sense what? I could sense the aura of murderous intent you were emitting. And then, just before the pistol went off, I saw you standing right there. Is that even possible? Do you think I could have become a sergeant were I not capable of such a feat? It appears that... the sergeant truly believes he caught you red-handed. That's not good. Right, this is where I can press. That black-clad student shot the British man a sudden cowardly shot from behind. And that is where you are wrong. There we go. He was shot from the front. Who would have thunk? I like how we just presented it, but we don't really know what we're doing, so it's just like, here you go. And we make everything awkward. What in the world was that? This photograph came flying at me out of nowhere. It's a contradiction. Yeah. Oh, we need to... I can't wait till we get the first, like, proper table thump. Pound. That'd work. Table pound. Yeah, this must be one of those contradiction things. Oh yeah. Are you in your right mind? What, pray tell, is so contradictory about this photograph? The fact that he said I shot him from the back, but he was shot in the front. And the bullet didn't pass through. You know. It's... contradictory. I know what I have to say, but I can't seem to find the words. Let us end this charade, Your Honour. Our Supreme Court has no room for amateur attorneys like you. What a pain. Isugi, bail me out! There we go. Hold your horses. You can't be serious. Do you really need an explanation for something like this? This is the Supreme Court, for goodness sake. Isugi? What did you say? Maybe if you just shut up and take a look at the photograph, you'd notice too. The sergeant's testimony contradicts the evidence. Oh, he's sweating. Uh-huh. Sergeant... crap. Uzukamaru. It could be Uzukamaru, yeah. What is it? During your testimony earlier, you said the following. That black-clad student shot the British man, a sudden cowardly shot from behind. That's right, I swear by my own two eyes. I witnessed the very act. Well, your eyes are lying to you. But that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Because, you know... Hey, Sugi. A little help, please. Sure. Take another good look at this photograph. The victim, Dr. Watson, died after being shot in the chest. Ah. Sergeant, according to your testimony, the victim was shot from behind. However, the fact remains that he was shot from the front. Explain yourself. I'm waiting. What the fuck? It is a baby. What the heck was that? Something tried to pop out of his knapsack, but he pushed it back down. Indeed, this is an obvious contradiction. Care to explain, Sergeant Uzukamaru? Yes, it's all coming back to me now. When the gunshot rang out, my eyes... were actually fixed on Laquentos' signature beefsteak. Surely you jest. The sergeant's testimony just now has made one thing abundantly clear. This witness, Taizu Uzukamaru, soldier of the Empire, did not see the moment in which the defendant supposedly fired the pistol. This is absurd. Come on, surely you understand. Our Supreme Court has no room for amateur prosecutors like you. Ooh. No! No! Yes! Oh, we got him on the ropes. He flipped the mood of the courtroom with just a few words. He's on another level. So, this is the power of a defense attorney. But... I really did see it. That cowardly student pointed the pistol right at the victim's defenseless back. Even if I did, I didn't fire it. All I did was pick it up off the floor. Old man, perhaps you witnessed something that could shed some light on this. I doubt it. My previous statement still stands. I crept under the table, and heard a sharp gunshot shortly thereafter. Crept under the table? What were you doing down there? Searching for a lost item. What did you lose? A Koban. Oh, a precious coin from the Hui era. When this one departed for Laquentos, that invaluable item from my haul of discard was tucked away in my pocket. You brought it along in hopes of selling it to the highest bidder, correct? That day, this one presented the Koban to the carnivorous soldier. He was my last hope, as no other patrons were willing to make a purchase. Thereupon, it vanished, as soon as this one lost focus. The Koban vanished. Believing it to have fallen someplace, this one scoured the floor. That's when the gunshot rang out. A gunshot echoed through the restaurant, right? Indeed. Nevertheless, this one resumed the search for that relic of the Hui era. Every fibre of my being was in a frenzy. By the way, did you ever find that Koban? I don't know if it's Koban or Koban, but whatever. Alas, this one did not. Interesting. On that day, this one carelessly misplaced that fine Hui Koban. Or perhaps it was stolen by some unscrupulous individual.